Hey, this is Cameron, and welcome to the practice log. Alright, well, we got another morning session ahead of us, so let's go ahead and jump into the practice in this morning session ahead of us, shall we? So as you know, I had my lesson with Chris. We talked for like over 2 hours just on the fugue, but he told me a lot of stuff that I've been thinking about. One thing that's really stuck out to me, he said that before he ever performs a piece for anyone, he learns the piece 7 or 8 times, and 10 or 11 times of its Bach. And what I believe he means by that is that he learns the piece, and then he takes 2 or 3 weeks off from playing it, so no thinking about it, no playing it. You try to play the piece after that, see where your memory failed, relearn it, get it back to where it was, rinse and repeat 7 times, and eventually it becomes this incredibly stable and vivid thing in your mind. Which is kind of interesting because I feel like my approach with my music so far has been to just try to keep up with it. If I forget it, that's like kind of a bad thing. I like feel bad about that. And that's sort of where the Soar Mozart Variations is right now, because I haven't played it in a while. When I do try to play through the whole thing now, there are gaps. Like there are particular variations where I have really forgotten stuff. And that's something that I felt like bad. I felt like guilty, like I've sinned. After him telling me that, I'm actually kind of realizing that it's not really a sin, and I shouldn't feel guilty, but I should actually see that as sort of an opportunity to relearn the piece. That's not me just being a lazy piece of crap. It's actually me allowing myself to gather information about what the weak points are in the piece, because I allow myself time to forget it, and then I see what remains. Before, I was feeling kind of bad about that, but now I'm realizing that might actually be like a pretty optimal strategy for memorizing it further. So, you know, that's pretty good. I know that there have been a lot of questions about that, like, once you get a piece performance ready, what do you do? Like, do you just kind of hold on to it forever? And I think the last answer that I gave, I remember it was C-Ming Music. You asked a question about this a long time ago. It might have been like 100 logs ago, where he said, like, you spend all this time getting a piece performance ready, and, like, what do you just, like, hold on to it? And I think my joke answer was, like, yes, hold on to it forever and never let go. But I think I said something about, like, what you gain from the piece kind of accumulates into the next piece, and then you can always come back to that piece. I think what Chris has said, it's kind of reinforced that answer a bit, and maybe given it a new angle, where it's like, you get it there, and then if you really want to see where it is, maybe step away from it, and then see what's left after you do that, and then build it back up again. And don't look at building it up as like this work that you're doing because you were like lazy, because you neglected the piece, but look at it as like, this is part of the practice for really learning the piece, not just learning it once, but you learn it over like several iterations. That's just part of the process now. I don't know. Feel free to leave what you feel about that. That's the end of this chair part. We're going to go practice, and I'm going to work on the Soar Mozart Variations. That's basically what I was getting to. I'm going to try playing it, and the Giuliani as well. But I'm going to see where my memory is with the Soar Mozart Variations. Yeah, and then it's like, maybe I should step away from the Bach a little bit. I don't think I'm going to do that fully, though I feel like I have been kind of naturally. Some pretty interesting stuff there. Hey, have you watched that lesson that I had with Chris yet? Go and watch that. It's pretty interesting. All right, well, I think that pretty much covers this. Let's make our way to the piano bench. I'm going to get to practicing. I'll see you there. Yeah, I'll probably warm up with scales and then the Giuliani. You know the deal. All right, well, I'll see you on the other side. Alright, I spent enough time practicing for this morning. I've actually put in some good hours, that's good, and I've gotten a lot done. Kind of contradictory to the last video that you saw where I said that I only work on one thing at a time. I kind of did work on everything. But that doesn't always happen. Every time you fish, you don't always catch the big one, but I kind of feel like I did today. So that's nice. Anyways, let me bring you closer. So I worked a lot on the Soar Mozart Variations. I went through the whole thing. I found where all my memory issues were, and I've kind of worked through that. I'm not going to play that. I started playing the fugue and the adagio to a metronome. I'll give you an example of that. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, da da da. You know, but that first whole note, as you heard, is actually a quarter note. It's technically the 8th note in the metronome, but I'm really feeling it as like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, so. doing the same thing with the fugue, except instead of on beats 1 and 3, or like 1 and 3, it's actually 1 and 3 in the fugue. I've been doing it on beats 2 and 4, because we kind of have that pickup of 1 and 2 and 3, da-da, 4, and bum. And for that, I've been playing it at about 26 BPM. So you have to subdivide it in your head to actually feel the pulse. It's very slow. So, yeah, it's pretty tough. Usually that's the jazz way of doing that, putting the pulse on the 2 and the 4. But I don't know, I just feel like the stronger beats in this one are 2 and 4 with that first pickup. And it seems like the beat 1 is like the end of the phrase, and then the end of that is the pickup into the next phrase. That happens quite a bit. I could see getting good at playing both 1 and 3 and 2 and 4 for this one, and that would give me some insight into the rhythm. So, you know, I've been working a lot on that. I think what I'm going to play for you today, I'm just going to play the Giuliani that I've worked on. Like, I'm not that good at it. Like, this is going to suck. This is like classic sore hands level right now, where I'm like new with a piece. But, you know, deal with it. So here's the Giuliani. This is Opus 15, Sonata, Movement 1. Sight reading now. Yeah, there you go. I was getting my way into the third page there. I've maybe sunk like 2 hours into that so far, and I've been kind of taking my time with it. I'm not like speed learning it or anything. It's just kind of something new to kind of work on. It's relatively easy. It's nothing crazy. That's it for the practice. I don't really feel like watching a Bach video right now because I feel like we've talked a lot. Maybe we should just do a daily listening. I think that would be okay. You'll get a little bit of your commentary fix from that. And then I'll watch the Bach video in the next morning episode. Alright, well, let's make our way to the computer. I'll see you there. Alright, you know what we're doing? We ain't gonna watch the Bach video. I know that we're already here, and I can already feel that I could watch it, but we're not going to. Oh, heck yeah. We got Marcin Dilla. He's going to be playing Sonata in C major, Opus 15 by Giuliani. What I just played, he's going to play it way better, though. So this is the entire Sonata 17-minute video. We're just going to listen to the first movement. Do not go further than that. We're only working on the first movement. I will probably learn the whole thing at some point, but I only have the sheet music for the first movement at this moment, so that's all we're doing. I will definitely learn the whole thing, but just, you know, don't listen ahead. You have to wait for me. So, here we go. Enjoy. God, that's so much faster than I played it. Alright, into it. He's got that Blanco going on. Heck yeah, dude. He looks like a freaking cartel lord. Is he snorting off of that guitar? Does he got some hair stuffed in that guitar somewhere? I don't think I could say those words on YouTube. I'm gonna bleep all that. Alright. Scratch the last chord, bro. Oh no. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was great. Ain't that a fun little piece, huh? Yeah, what'd you think of that one? I left a comment. Be sure to reply to my comment, and I'll give you a diamond, and the first person to collect 15 diamonds gets a special prize. That's still going on. That hasn't stopped. I just haven't felt like listening to music at all recently. I have an hour and a half before I have to teach. I am hungry, so I'm gonna spend that eating food. Alright, I'll see you in the outro. Hey, well, you know, if you made it this far, be sure to subscribe, leave a like, and hey, you want some guitar lessons? Teach you how to play to a metronome on 1 and 3 and 2 and 4. Yeah, pretty cool. I know you want to be able to do that. It's hard. Don't underestimate it. Give it a try. Oh, comment questions. Feel free to leave comment questions. I'll answer them in the chair. I try to do like one a week. That's like a pretty good amount, you know. Maybe I'll answer a few the next time I do it. We'll see, but be sure to leave those. Well, I'm gonna get started with my day. I'll see you tonight.